back to the Midterm Rental Mastery Show. My name is Tanisha Epps, and I am a real estate investor based out of Richmond, Virginia. And today I wanted to talk about your MTR. What do you actually have to offer someone? And this is a really interesting question because what most people think they should be giving is really based on your client avatar. And we've talked about the client avatar a lot here. I care so much about the people that are coming to stay with you and that are coming to stay with me. And my goal is to figure out what is it that they want, what is it that they need, and how can I give it to them, as well as how can I make myself different from other people. But before we even get into really the differentiation, what are some of the basic things that people really care about? At least from my own experience and what I've seen, whether it be travel medical professionals, whether it be displaced families, whether it's those families that are coming to my area because they just moved here and they need a short time to stay somewhere until their place is ready. I get a lot of the same feedback about what people are looking for and what they want. So I wanted to go over that today and to see, just in the comments, you're welcome to share if there's anything that you found, if you have midterm rentals that are operating, that your clients have said that they're looking for too. So the first thing I wanted to start with is the number one thing that people tend to want to have is a fully furnished house or apartment or duplex, triplex, whatever your property type may be. Now, the reason that fully furnished is so exciting is because the person doesn't have to go through the hassle of furnishing it themselves. So what you're providing not only is the location, but you're giving them the kind of plug and play move into a place where they really don't have to think about anything other than bringing their things. And if you're working with, let's say, travel medical professionals or corporate relocations or just somebody who's in the area for work, how inconvenient would it be for them to try to rent you a place and you don't have all of the furnishings there for them already? So a fully furnished accommodation is really, really popular and important when it comes to a midterm rental. That usually goes without saying, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Next one, an accessible location. So again, think about who is your client avatar. Where do they want to be? And why do they need to be there? So for myself, for example, I used to be a corporate traveler. And anytime that I traveled, I always tried to figure out where was my work assignment and then start looking at locations that were near that work assignment, because either I didn't want to have to drive across town, I didn't want to have to deal with traffic, and I really just wanted to be close enough where it made sense for me to be able to go into work every day. So the location is really important for you to think about. What are you near? What can you offer? If somebody's coming in, let's say it's a travel medical professional, and they're coming to the area, how far away are you from a hospital that they might actually be working at? And also, how far are you away from maybe like a Starbucks? I've never had a cup of coffee a day in my life, but I hear that people love it. So just think about those things. So another thing to consider is internet Wi-Fi service. How many people today can function without the internet? I mean, I know I can't. The only way I can record this video and stream it to you is because we have the internet. So reliable internet service is really important for people. If they're going to be working from home, which is huge. I've worked from home for a very, very long time, probably the better part of 12 years. And those times where my internet was spotty, for whatever reason, was really frustrating for me being able to, get my work accomplished. But also the other issue is that not only do you sometimes have people working from home, but if they want to relax and watch TV and, anything of that sort, having the internet's really important. Next, safety, security. It is extremely important that you provide a safe environment for the people who are coming to stay. That may be in the instance of, the types of locks that you choose. If you have security cameras outside of the units. And yes, people ask me all the time, are you allowed to have security? Of course. It can't be inside the unit. You're not spying on people. But yes, you can have security cameras outside. You just want to make sure you let people know that they're there. That's the really important part, is the disclosure. And be in a place that has good lighting so that they don't feel like they're walking into who knows what if there's no lighting around the area. Another big thing that people request is the bedding, quality bedding and linens. Man, I get so many compliments on the bedding that I use because it's comfortable. People like it. They don't want to sleep on something that's not comfortable. They want a good night's sleep. They want to feel good when they wake up. They want to feel good when they lay down. So the sheets, the comforters that you choose, the mattresses that you choose, they're really important. Cleaning services, okay? You can offer mid-stay cleanings. You don't have to offer mid-stay cleanings. It's totally up to you. Now, what I tend to do if someone is staying with me for longer than 3 months, then at every quarter, I will offer a cleaning. Number one, so I can kind of go in and check on the place, but also as a service. But I know some people that are doing cleanings every month and they're offering them as a part of the service so that they can provide something that maybe other operators aren't. So again, that's something to think about. Now, another big one that I get is access to laundry. Now, all of my units have laundry inside the unit. So whether it be a full-size washer dryer or if it's the stackables, one of those things I usually have in my places. Now, you don't have to, but if you don't, what else are you providing? Are you giving them a location where they can go and wash their clothes? Do you maybe have a duplex that has a washer dryer in the basement where everybody has access to it? That's really important. Next, a fully equipped kitchen. Really important. Now, I do know some people that do kitchenettes, and that's fine. It all depends on the type of unit that you have. But for me, I'm looking to provide you that experience where you can be away from home, but still have everything that you need to cook. All the utensils, the cookware, the dishes, all of those things are really important. My favorite appliance in my house, air fryers. So I put an air fryer in all of my places. You don't have to do that. It's totally up to you what you decide, but just think about what it is that you're providing for the person. Now, again, I was a corporate traveler. I didn't want to spend my per diem, so I figured out how to go to the grocery store and be able to cook while I was away from home. It saved me a ton of money. It saved me a ton of weight gain. And honestly, it saved me a ton of time because when I would come to the location, I would just go to the grocery store the day that I came in, and then I'm pretty good for the rest of my time. Okay. Another really big thing right now that I'm seeing so often is pet friendly. And I did a YouTube short on this recently about pet friendly locations. The hardest thing to place right now is units for people with pets. You would be surprised. There's a lot of, let's say, medical professionals or families that, they have their dog, their cat, their birds, their bearded dragons, their fish. I've heard it all. I'm trying to think if there's one that I haven't heard yet, but for the most part, I've kind of heard it all. They want to bring their pets with them because they're part of the family. So if you have a location that you can offer that's pet friendly, imagine how you can provide a service to someone when they have another location that may be just like yours, but they don't offer pets. Now, yes, you can charge pet deposits, you can charge pet fees, you can charge monthly pet rent. All of those things are accessible. So just decide what your tolerance is based on your location and your property, and if you're willing to offer pets. Because I bet if you would offer pets, the location opportunity to stay there, you're going to get a lot more people wanting to stay with you. Two more things that I just wanted to touch on really quickly. Parking. Parking is a big thing. Think about before you ever choose your unit, what is your parking situation? Like for me, example, downtown is a huge medical campus and there is not a lot of parking. It's very tough. And so if people are bringing their cars, where are they supposed to park? There's paid parking, there's street parking. Figure that out as you're choosing your unit and let people know what's available before they book with you. One last thing, which to me is the most important, is the flexibility of your lease terms. Month to month, you can do a month at a time, 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time. It really just depends. But think about the flexibility because that's why we're doing these rentals. We're not locking people into a 1-year lease. We're giving them the flexibility, which also increases your opportunity to charge a little bit more because you're giving people the flexibility on the lease term. So flexible lease terms, again, let's think about travel medical professionals, for example. So travel med, yes, they have typically it's the 13-week contracts. However, right now, travel medical professionals contracts are getting cut. And I hate to say it, but it just is what it is. So if you give them some level of flexibility within their lease to cancel, with proof, of course, not because they just want to cancel, but if they have proof that their assignment has been canceled, Do you really want to be that operator that said, no, I know you got canceled on week 10, but you have to pay the full 13 weeks? Maybe you can be flexible. Just think about it, consider it, because that will make you stand out from other operators. Yes, we're running a business, but we also have a heart. Like, put yourself in their situation if that was you. So, those are the main things that I wanted to talk about today when it came to just what do you offer in your midterm rental? Make yourself a list. Think about what you're offering. And then here's a pro tip: look on Airbnb, look on Furnished Finder, and see what other people are listing as their features and their amenities, and see how you can take some of those and how you can differentiate yourself from what they're offering. That's all I have today. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody watching. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers right now. As of today, I think I'm at 976. So if you have not liked and subscribed, please do so. I'm going to keep bringing value. I have a friend of mine who's a travel nurse. She's actually going to come on the show in the next couple of weeks, and she's just going to tell you all about her job, all the things she likes, what's happening in the travel nurse world, and just things for you to consider as you're getting ready to provide housing if that is going to be your client avatar. So again, I really appreciate you watching. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you're watching this. Thanks again for watching.